Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? I hope the journey was comfortable. We are now in East Bali in the beautiful Karangasem Regency. My name is Nindya and I'm very happy to be your guide today. We are going to visit a very special place, the Taman Ujung Water Palace. Before we start, please take your belongings and make sure you have your water bottle. The sun is quite strong here, so let's stay hydrated. And on my left is Mr. Dana, our powerful and professional diver. He will wait for us here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now please follow me and let's enter the palace. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Taman Ujung Soekasada. Soekasada means joyful garden. This place is also called the Ujung Water Palace. This palace was built by the last king of Karangasem. Construction started over 100 years ago around 1909. The king wanted a beautiful place to raise and to welcome important guests from other countries. Sadly, the palace was badly damaged by the big eruption of Mount Agung in 1963 and an earthquake later on. Look at the design of the buildings. This palace is unique because it combines with three different styles. The first is Balinese style in the gates and carvings. The second is European style in the columns and bridges. And third is Chinese style in some decoration. As you can see, this complex is dominated by three large pools. Look at the biggest pool. You can see the main building called Balai Gili. Sitting right in the middle, it looks like a house floating on the water, which is why people call it the floating palace. It was the king's favorite spot for relaxing. You will cross the bridge to see it closer. And on the west side, you might see a round building. That is the Balai Bengong. Bengong means to look at something without moving. It was a quiet place for the king to meditate and enjoy the garden view. Now, look up at the hill on the other side. There is a platform with many white pillars. This is the balai kapal. Kapal means a ship. You will climb the stairs about 100 steps to get to the top. So please take your time and enjoy the views on the way up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Balai Kapal. When you are at Balai Kapal, you can see three things at once. The entire water palace below, the blue ocean, and the Lempuyang Mountains. It's the best spot for your photos. Finally, let's look the water itself. This whole area was once just one large natural pool called Kolam Birah. Local stories say this pool was historically used to test or punish people accused of black magic. By building this beautiful palace with elegant ponds and flowers, the king changed the energy from something dark to something beautiful and peaceful. The water now represents life, purity, and the power of the king. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, how was your experience at Taman Ujung today? Are you enjoying the tour? I hope you love seeing this great piece of Karangasem history. It was a pleasure to sharing this beautiful place with you. Now, just few quick reminds before we leave. We will be leaving the parking area in 10 minutes. Please make sure you have everything. We are heading to restaurant for lunch. And I also want to remind everyone about our exciting plan for tomorrow. Tomorrow we have our Ubud Culture full day tour. It starts bright and early at 9 a.m. and will finish around 5 p.m. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining me on this tour of Taman Ujung. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you out bright and early for our Ubud adventure tomorrow. Safe travels, have a good rest, and see you tomorrow.